Goddess worship as a religious tradition seems to be one of the most enduring features of many of the world's major cultures. Be it Gaia, the Earth Mother in Greek mythology, Sedna, the female deity of the Arctic region, Atum, the great he-she of Egyptian mythology, Hine, the goddess of death and the netherworld of the Maoris, or indeed Madonna, the Virgin Mary. The divine feminine straddles the cultural spectrum of many of the major traditions of the world. In India too, the idea of Devi, or the goddess, is almost as old as recorded human history.
Vande Mataram
Alosh Home, in a note to her translation of a few selected essays of Bankim Chandra, writes, "Scholars now believe that the idea of a strong female divinity is deeply rooted in India's cultural history. Mahadevi, or a great goddess, was worshipped in various forms by tribal communities of the jungles and hills of South and North India. Even 5,000 years ago, the inhabitants of the Indus Valley civilization focused their worship on a fecund mother deity. David Kinsley refers to the goddess figurines discovered in the Zob Valley and Kulli cultures near Baluchistan that are said to predate the Indus Valley civilization. Devdutt Pattanayak and others talk about Grama Devis, fertility goddesses that protected villages from danger, pestilence, and other hazards. The origins of these deities can be traced back to a time that long predated Brahmanism.
The Aryans, believed to be the authors of the Rig Veda, on the other hand, were male chauvinists as far as their divinities were concerned. The most powerful forces of nature that were praised in the Rig Veda were Agni, Mitra, Varuna, Indra, and Rudra.
Shangno bhavatvaryama, Shangno Indro vrihaspatihi, Shangno Vishnu rurukramaha, Namo Brahmane Namaste Vayo, Tvameva Pratyakshang Brahmasi, Tvameva Pratyakshang Brahma Vadishyami, Ritang Vadishyami, Satyang Vadishyami, Tanmamavatu, Tadvaktaramavatu, Avatu Mam, Avatu Vaktaram. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti.
The Rig Veda does mention a whole host of goddesses: Usha, Prithvi, Aditi, Saraswati, Vak, and others. Although, as David Kinsley says, there are many female divinities, they do not, either individually or collectively, represent the center of the Rigvedic religion. But Kinsley also mentions that it is important to look at Vedic literature as a source, as the great goddesses of later Hinduism are in fact the same beings mentioned in the Vedas, only with new names. Indeed, some of the earliest references to the latter-day Durga are drawn from the ancient Devi Sukta and Ratri Sukta hymns from the Rig Veda. Bankim Chandra mentions that one of the earliest textual references to Durga is found in the Ratri Sukta hymn of the Rig Veda, where she is described as the magnificent darkness that precedes the arrival of Usha, her sister, who, as the dawn goddess, heralds the first light.
Purutra Devyakshabhi Vishwa adhi shriyodhita Orbapra amartya nivato devyudvataha Jyotisha badhate tamaha Nirushvasaramaskritosasang devyayati apidu hasate tamaha.
Subsequent references to Durga are found in different versions of the epics, the Mahabharata and the Ramayana, as well as the Harivansh. The goddess makes two appearances in the Mahabharata, in the Virata Parva, where she is worshipped by Yudhishthira, and later in Bhishma Parva, just ahead of the Great War, where Arjuna is urged by Krishna to worship her. Although there is no reference to Durga in Valmiki's Ramayana, the famous story of Rama invoking the goddess in autumn ahead of the battle with Ravana is described in detail in the Bengali version of the epic, authored by Krittibash.
পাঠাইয়া পদ্ম আনিবারে শ্রীরাম করেন স্তব দেবী চণ্ডিকারে দুর্গে দুঃখ হরা তারা দুর্গতি নাশিনী দুর্গমে শরণ্যা বিন্ধ্যগিরি নিবাসিনী দুরারাধ্যা ধ্যান সাধ্যা শক্তি সনাতনী পরাৎপরা পরমা প্রকৃতি পুরাতনী নীলকণ্ঠ প্রিয়া নারায়ণী নিরাকারা সারা মূল শক্তি সচ্চিদা সাকারা মহিষমর্দিনী মহামায়া মহোদরী শিবনিতম্বিনী শ্যামা সর্বাণী শঙ্করী বিরূপাক্ষী শতাক্ষী শারদা শাকম্ভরী ভ্রামরী ভবানী ভীমা ধূমা ক্ষেমঙ্করী কালী কালোহরা কালাকালে কর পার কুলকুণ্ডলিনী কর কাতরে নিস্তার লম্বোদরা বাঘাম্বরা কলুষনাশিনী কৃতান্ত দলনী কালুরুবিলাসিনী ইত্যাদি অনেক স্তব করিলা শ্রীহরি তুষ্টা হইলা হৈমবতী অমরীশ্বরী. In spite of all this, as Nilima Chitkopekar describes, it is in the Puranas, which belong to a later period than Vedic literature, that we see the goddess playing an important role. The central myth of the demise of the Asuras, which is also central to the cult of Durga, is told in a number of variants in the Devi Bhagavat Purana, the Skanda Purana, and the Varaha Purana. Other Puranas that narrate the different episodes involving the Devi include Devi Purana, Padma Purana, the Vamana Purana, and most significantly, the 5th century CE Markandeya Purana. Jata Juta Samayukta Madhendu Krita Shekharam Lochanatraya Sangyuktang Purnendu Sadrisharanam Atasi Pushpa Varnabhang Supratishthang Sulochanam Nava Yovana Sampannang Sarvabharana Bhushitam Sucharu Dashanang Tadvat Pinonnata Payodharam Tribhangasthana Sangsthanam Mahishasura Mardinim.
Apart from textual references, Thomas Coburn writes, terracotta goddess images, molded as well as hand-modelled, have flourished in India chronologically and geographically since the Indus Valley period and continue to be made in great numbers today. Arguably, the earliest prototype of the mother goddess, dating about 2500 BCE, was discovered in the ruins of Harappa. Durga's earliest images come from the Kushana period, 2nd century BCE to 3rd century CE. That the goddess was accepted by the Gupta orthodoxy as an important deity is evident by her image, which appears in the Udaygiri hills, dated 401 CE. Since then, images of the goddess have been installed through the centuries in all corners of India, including the temples in Ellora in the west, in Mahabalipuram in the south, at Nachna-Kutara, Madhya Pradesh in the north, and across Odisha and Bengal in the east.
Devya Singhang Pradarshayet Devyastu Dakshinang Padang Samang Singho Paristitam. Returning to the subject of textual references, the one that is at the heart of the Shakta tradition is the Devi Mahatmya, known also as Durga Saptashati or simply the Chandi. Referring to the Chandi, Thomas B. Coburn writes in his work Encountering the Goddess, this text forms a portion of one of the early Sanskrit Puranas, the Markandeya, probably dates from the 5th or 6th century BCE and yet has, to the present day, an independent liturgical life of its own. The outstanding feature of its vision is that the ultimate reality is understood as female as the goddess. So it is that the final crystallization of the goddess idea happened with the spread of the Devi Mahatmya, where the pre-Aryan iconography of Devi and Mahisha was fused with the Vedantic construct of Brahman, the supreme Godhead.
Devim bhajami dhritamudgara vairjivham.
Many practices and rituals in the worship of Durga today bear testimony to the Devi's primordial origin as a fertility goddess. Kinsley writes, Durga Puja is celebrated from the 1st to the 9th days of the bright half of the lunar month of Ashwin, which coincides with the autumn harvest in North India, and Durga is propitiated as the power of plant fertility. A central object of worship during the festival is a bundle of 9 different plants, the Navapatrika, which is identified with Durga herself.
Kadali, Darisi, Dhanyang, Haridra, Manakang, Kachuhu, Vilva, Shoke, Jayanticha, Vignya, Navapatrika.
All these practices probably suggest that Durga is not merely the power inherent in the growth of crops, but the power inherent in all vegetation. Her ancient status as fertility goddess is also suggested by the ritual in which the priest offers to her certain soils that are associated with fertility, such as earth dug up by the horns of a wild boar, earth dug up by the horns of a bull, and earth from the doors of prostitutes. The mantras chanted during these rituals also tell the same story. Om, you are rice. Om, you are life. You are the life of the gods. You are our life. You are our internal life. You are long life. You give life. Along with this veneration of life, the practice of blood sacrifice or animal sacrifice continues to be associated with goddess worship even today. This practice can be traced back to the Devi's origin in a pre-Vedic world where she was worshipped as Vindhyavasini in mountains and forests by Nagas, Shavars and other tribal groups. Although repulsive to contemporary sensibility, this practice perhaps is a pointer to a fundamental truth. Food that sustains life is only procured through death and killing. Life and death constitute a process of giving and getting, a process through which the energy of the Mahadevi is continuously recycled.
The infusion of Vedantic philosophy has, however, given a completely different meaning to to these primordial practices. According to the Devi Mahatmya, the Devi was given the name Chandi after she slayed the demon Chanda in battle. The name Chanda refers to one's animal attributes. So, the belief is that you do not need to sacrifice an animal to please the goddess. On the other hand, you have to sacrifice the Chanda within you to obtain her grace. Similarly, most legends narrated in the Chandi are allegorical, and the iconography is designed to bring out certain core Vedantic ideas. Prakriti, the manifested universe that arises from Purusha, the cosmic Godhead. Shakti, the eternal source of energy that enables the universe to function. And Maya, the great delusion with which the goddess hides the ultimate reality from everyone save the true seeker. The key theme in this construct consists of the three gunas: tamas, darkness of ignorance; rajas, vigor and valor in pursuit of a good life; and sattva, selfless action inspired by a higher ideal. The Mahisha, unfortunately, represents tamas. So, there is no option but to annihilate him. The lion represents rajas, so needs to be leveraged in the war against Mahisha by aligning his might and bravery with the higher ideals represented by the sattva of the divine figures of Saraswati, Lakshmi, Ganapati and Kartikeya. The cycle of life and death will go on till the self has transcended all the three gunas and become one with the mother goddess, who is Trigunatita, beyond the three attributes. Durga, a fortress in the feminine expression, stands guard at the gateway of moksha, the liberation from the cycle of birth and death. Om Namo Devai Mahadevai Shivai Satatang Namah Namah Prakritai Bhadrayai Niyata Pranata Smatam Raudrayai Namo Nityayai Gauryai Dhatrai Namo Namah Jyotsnayai Chendurupirai Sukhayai Satatang Namah Kalyanai Pranata Vriddhai Siddhai Kurmo Namo Namah Nairittai Bhrubritang Lakshmai Sharvanai Te Namo Namah Durgayai Durgaparayai Sarayai Sarvakarinai Khyatayai Tathaiva Krishnayai Dhumrayai Satatang Namah Atisammati Raudrayai Natastasyai Namo Namah Namo Jagat Pratishthayai Devai Krittai Namo Namah Ya Devi Sarva Bhuteshu Vishnumaiti Shabdita Namastasyai 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 Namo Namah.
At the end of the annual Durga Puja festival, before the Devi's image is immersed in the waters of the holy Ganga, the priest chants the moving Visarjana mantra, Om Gaccha Devi Mamantaram, Return Goddess to my heart, which is your eternal abode. What then is the central message emerging from this Mahishamardini imagery? Is Mahishasura an external enemy that needs to be battled and vanquished? In the Devi Mahatmya, the Mother Goddess declares,
Ekaivaham Jagat Tatra Dvitiyaka Mamapara. It is only me who exists in this universe. There is no second one.
So there cannot be an external enemy. Elsewhere, in the Chandi, the goddess is praised as
Mahavidya Mahamaya Mahamedha Mahasmriti महामोह च भवति महादेवी महासुरी.
She is the great knowledge and the great delusion, the great talent and the great enticement, the great goddess and the great demoness. There is no Mahishasura out there. Both Mahishasura and Durga reside within ourselves. The point of life's journey is to eliminate one and become the other.
ছিলে জেগে দেখিয়া শরত মেঘে হৃদয়ে ছিলে জেগে দেখিয়া শরত মেঘে হৃদয়ে